the entry point for an investor always determines the future rate of return. For someone who, let's say, wants to start now, looking at valuations, the risk-free return, where the interest rates and liquidity is moving, next 3 to 5 years or next 5 to 7 years, will it be hard to imagine that we are in for are we in for double-digit returns, or are we in for single-digit returns from equities?
Nikunj, this is a very good question and a very pertinent one also. So I think India's market cap to GDP is now around 50% market cap to GDP if you think slightly ahead. Whenever in the history of Indian capital markets, markets cap to GDP have been below 60%, the next 3-5 year returns have been very healthy. It is surprising to see how good those returns are. And we are in one such situation. It is the first year where Indian economy will degrow in 40 years. But I don't think this is the normal going forward. As I said, most of the lost growth in this year will be recouped in the next year. And next year we can possibly look at a double-digit GDP growth also, because it is simply the maths of 50% economy not functioning for 2 months this year and it is functioning next year. So I think very soon in the next few weeks or months, the headlines will change. And I think COVID will move to maybe to the second page, and then over time people will forget. The way it has happened to similar incidents not similar, but of this similar magnitude, I would say, in the past. So you rightly said that and I've seen this, the highest correlation to long-term returns is to the valuations that one pays around the entry time. It is also true that now if you look at last 5 years, 10 years returns, they are very low. And when I talk to people and they feel very disappointed, they are on the verge of questioning the long-term potential of equities. But I think it is precisely when the long-term returns are in single digits, and that is what is reflecting in the low market cap to GDP. I think these are probably the best times to invest in equities. And people can say that, look, I said this, or many others like me said the same thing 3 years back, 5 years back. But we must also appreciate that a situation like COVID, no one in his wildest dreams could have imagined a situation like this. And so I don't think this low returns of the last 5-10 years, which are a result of the current very weak market sentiment because of COVID, I don't think it should lead us to lose faith in equities. On the contrary, if you go back and see in 2001 and 2, we were in a very similar situation. That was a time when 10-year returns of the Sensex were negative. And when I used to go and meet people and they would say, look, you are telling us to invest in equities because you work in this industry, but look at last 10 years. If I had put money in a fixed income instrument, it would have given me more. So I think the observation is same, but the way you read this situation can be completely different. So one view is that last 10 years weak returns outlook is poor, you simply extrapolate. I think the current way to look at the situation is that last 10 years returns have been extremely weak. As we got into this market, pre-COVID, markets were in any case attractively valued, and we have fallen even further. So I think the next few years, I would say, I would look towards them with a very strong sense of optimism, and I would like to look at a lot of opportunity in these very adverse times when large, liquid, strong businesses are available to you at book value, below book value, at dividend yields, which will grow and which are more than bond yields. I don't see how we can go wrong under most circumstances.
That's a fabulous way in which you managed to break it for our viewers. And I'll take that last part once again, that last 10-year returns have not been great. Future returns could be better. Valuations are on your side. Be patient. learn to digest volatility, equities for long-term investors. And when we will look back in the history, the COVID crisis will be a footnote when you did not panic and if you participated and did not cancel your SIPs. I'll say it again on behalf of Prashant Jain. Please don't change your asset allocation, don't cancel your SIPs, and that's what the broad message. So Prashant, you agree with me, don't cancel your SIPs. 30-second answer, then we'll take a break.
Nikunj, this is the time to double your SIPs.